Hi everybody, welcome to week 1 of EME6507. Just a few quick updates and announcements. First, I did just want to highlight the course environment here. Over here on the right hand side of the screen, you have your to-do list, and these are things that are due at random points in the course. Some of them are things to attend, but also things to submit as well. Those of you that attended the webinar last night, it was great to meet you. Those of you that did not, you will want to watch the webinar archive. This is going to be posted in this announcement below, but you will also see it in the modules here. If you click on the modules and scroll to week 1, you will see the archive of the course orientation located here. You may or may not need to use the password depending on how you access the course. But this is the information minus the first 2 minutes where I had to exit the webinar and come back. So that is located there, and that's how this will go every other time. Once the webinar is completed, I'll post it in the particular week. And then you will need to also go here and submit the orientation code, confirmation code for the archive, for the orientation, whether you attended or not. So you just click Start Assignment and paste in the webinar confirmation code. Also, below you will also see a more web authoring day and time preference poll. And this is, so last night I discussed week 2. We're going to have the Introduction to Web Authoring webinar, and that's going to be on Monday night at 6:30, which is located in the course materials here. Scroll down a bit. The Getting Started with Web Authoring day and time is going to be, so the URL is here. You can also access it here in the Zoom link. That's going to be next Monday at 6:30. And then down in week 3, we're going to have a more web authoring webinar, and this poll is specifically focused on what the preferences are for that. It's going to be Monday or Tuesday just so you have more time to work on any assignments. So it's going to be earlier in the week, but I wanted to give a little bit of flexibility with that. So please complete that poll by Friday, and then I will post that over the weekend, the day and time for that, so you can plan accordingly. Those of you that would like to next week's webinar is going to be Getting Started with Web Authoring, so we're going to really jump in. But those of you that would like to jump ahead, first of all, let me kind of highlight a couple things. Right in week 2, right here we have a Creating Your Web Shell in Dreamweaver video, 33 minutes, kind of a clean YouTube video that walks you through what we're going to do in this Getting Started with Web Authoring webinar. There's also one for creating your shell with SeaMonkey, Composer, and CyberDuck, which are free tools. So you can watch either one of these, whichever you feel is relevant to you. If you're using Dreamweaver, watch this one. If you're using if you're using SeaMonkey, Composer, or CyberDuck, this one. But if you also click on the webinar archives, I went ahead and kind of posted some past ones. So you may find these useful as well. So what I've done is posted just different ones. Getting Started with Web Authoring, where we create a website on Is a Hot Dog a Sandwich? And that's about 40 minutes. Then we do one, just some sample sites from summer 2020. And these are the 2 below, I believe, in the week material. So these would be useful if you would like to kind of jump ahead and get going with those. I also wanted to kind of highlight the items that are due this week. First, you have your enrollment verification syllabus acknowledgement quiz, the orientation confirmation code, the week 1 discussion, which the original posts are due on Thursday and the peer replies on Sunday. Then you have your username password assignment that is going to be used to access your web space throughout the course. And then the week 1 feedback survey confirmation completion code. So you'll complete this survey. At the end of it, a confirmation code will pop up. You will then post this in the submission area here. Just a couple of quick notes before I wrap up for the week. First, if you do kind of jump ahead and start playing around with web authoring based on those videos that we have, make sure that you keep your file and folder names very simple. You want to keep everything lowercase, so no uppercase letters in the file or folder names. You don't want spaces in them because all of these are going to be part of your web addresses or your URLs. And then don't use symbols either. So keep them relatively short, simple, short, sweet, kind of like what's illustrated in the webinars. Also, your subdomain. So once you complete your username password assignment, I'm going to say, here's your username. It's been set up. Here's your password. Here's your subdomain. The subdomain is not going to work because you haven't created any material and uploaded to it yet. So if you tried to pull that up on the web, you're going to get a 404 error. So for example, my subdomain, it's so rhorsrun.com/summer-2024/doc-rich-hart, I think. And it comes up as a 403 forbidden error here. So until I post some content here, this isn't going to show anything. And we'll talk more about this next week. And then lastly, I have added the rubric or checklist to the multimedia project that I referenced in last night's discussion. Again, this is your final assignment in the course, but it's also, as I outlined in the webinar, kind of what I would like you to focus your individual media projects on, and then compile them, wrap context and other media around that, and make your multimedia project. And you can see the two options here. And we'll talk about this more next week. That's it for week one's announcements. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, have a great week.